Hi, Ron with another edition of Inside St. Paul, and this week we are featuring the Interfaith Community Food Pantry. And I'm with Jerry Messick, who is the director of the Food Pantry. And Jerry, how many years have you been doing this?
Well, I've been doing it for 11 years, but the Community Interfaith Food Pantry has only been operating since August of 2007.
Okay.
I started out in the church in the year 2000, and then we developed the food pantry with 6 other churches and started operation here in 2007. So now we're starting our 4th year in operation.
And how many years was the church doing it by itself?
About 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yes, I think I was the 9th director. Yes.
I can understand. It's a hard job.
Yeah.
It's a hard job. And you are truly blessed with a lot of volunteers.
Yeah.
Out of these 7 churches, how many volunteers do you get?
I have right now approximately, I have over 100 volunteers.
So that's,
I came up with 93 names that I could recall off the top of my head, but then I know there's others out here that I can't remember their last name or so forth, so I did not add them to the list, my list, but I really didn't know I had that many volunteers, but we have a lot of people in the community involved.
Hard work, and a lot of people are dedicated to helping the poor, and you just kind of hold it all together.
Yeah, we just organized it and put it all together so that everyone has a duty that they can put in as many hours as they want, as little as 2 a month, all the way up to coming out here every week.
And where do you get all your goodies from, your food?
Our food comes from the community. That's why we call ourselves a community food pantry. Everything we have here is donated in the form of food or in cash, for which we buy food to keep the shelves stocked and so forth. We have 12 participating churches now, and an additional 10 supporting churches.
Oh.
A participating church has a member that sits on the board and helps govern the food pantry. A supporting church does everything that a participating church does, only they don't want any say-so in how we operate.
And the Boy Scouts help you once a year?
We have the Boy Scout. Our 3 major food drives of the year is the Boy Scout food drive in November, the District 118 school food drive in April, and the letter carriers food drive in May.
Oh, okay.
And that's where we get a lot of our food. But then we let the churches know what we need, what we're running short of, and then they announce that in their church bulletins and so forth, and we get that, and then other people just make donations. I receive maybe 5 or 6 phone calls a week from people saying, what do you need? Just so I can help.
That's just wonderful.
It is wonderful.
Yeah, and how many people families do you help every week or every month?
Well, so far this year, we've helped 3,057 families, which is approximately 9,000 people that we've assisted so far this year, and we've provided 8,170 bags of food. This is through the end of June. By the last year, we provided over 17,000 bags of food to right at 6,000 families.
Well, that's just outstanding. And you're doing a great job, and you got great volunteers.
Couldn't do it without my volunteers.
That's true.
You've got to give the volunteers their credit, because they do the actual work of waiting on the patrons and helping me stock and doing food pickup runs and so forth. We have a lot of the businesses on board with us that help us a lot. Shop and Save, we make pickups there 6 days a week.
Wow.
From Shop and Save, and they're providing us with somewhere around $2,500 to $3,000 worth of food.
To have St. Paul Food Pantry to help me right now. Like I'm in need now, I don't have no food, and you guys help me. I'm very grateful for this. I appreciate that. I've been coming here for 4 years. I never cut me around, and I'm very happy for that. And I thank God for all y'all help, all your workers, Mecca, they're helping us, the donators, they're bringing the food for us. I thank God for all y'all.
Concludes this segment of Inside St. Paul. Come again next week when we will feature another group within our church. It's time for church.